good? All right, we got Jaylen Lewis and Anthony Brackenridge. We'll just open it up for questions.
Jaylen, a 2-turnover night for you. Take me through how exciting that was to be a big-time playmaker for this defense.
Very exciting, very exciting. I'm just glad that I'm a part of this team, and I can continue to contribute and continue to make plays for this team. So I was very excited when I got them too. Just got to get more.
You came in here earlier this season, the week one, when at the San Luis game, you talked about the energy, and you said that we just getting started.
Mm-hmm.
You feel that this is the moment to confront the game that is elevating the WKU defense?
Oh yeah. I know week 4 last was a pretty disturbing sight, but this week Coach kept saying like we gotta get this taste out of our mouth. So that was the goal from last Monday until this Saturday. So that was the goal. So we just gonna have to continue to do what we have to do. So that's from week 1 to week now. So what we're gonna have to do.
I asked you after week 0, how do you plan to fix kind of the rushing yards that you guys were giving up? And the jump from the first half to the second half of this game was insane. What was kind of the mindset going into the second half to really ease up on the rushing yards they were getting on y'all?
0-0, keep the gas going. And Coach told us at the halftime, when we come out, we're going to score, we're going to get a stop, and we're going to see what they on next. And that's what happened. And the rest was history.
Can you take us through the interception before the end of the half?
To be
in the back of the end zone.
To be honest, I just felt like the wind was blowing my way, and I just felt like it was gonna come. I just to be honest.
I didn't notice that one.
You should have felt it.
Was it a man or something?
It was a man call. I act like I was throwing blitz. He thought I was coming, and once I bagged out, he lost control of his eyes, and I just hopefully, God gave me the play, and I made it.
Anthony, you had your hands all over this game on defense. That first half offense was struggling, but you guys continued to make stops for them. They talked about how it was big time going into half. They gave them a big lift in that second half. Just tell me how you guys stayed rooted in for this game, even though sometimes maybe they had some big explosive plays.
It's really when preparation meets opportunity. During the bye week, we was pressing hard. We was tackling, make sure we tackling. We still left a lot of plays out there on the field, but we're gonna get it corrected.
Yeah, you made a big play, forcing that fumble that he picked up. Tell me about that. How'd you get that ball out of there?
All week, coach was just showing us NFL tapes, guys just punching at the ball. We pride ourselves on getting turnovers, getting offense the ball back. So, just playing hard, running to the ball.
Coach Helton talked about, the big front stopping the run. One of the more underrated plays was Harper Holloman. He had a hit on the third down on the quarterback that was holding the punt. Sort of talk about, that performance as well as your 11 tackles.
The whole defense did their job. We compliment the offense. So, just trying to compliment each other. The whole defense, we as a whole, we all brothers, we all locked in with the same goal, same mindset, stopping the run, stopping the pass, and getting offense the ball back. So,
you go back to league play next week, but how important was it that you get a big bounce back win this week, after that bye to get back on the right foot?
It was really important. The atmosphere was amazing. It was Parents Weekend, so, I feel like that home field advantage was amazing. We always got to protect the house, but, just on to the next week.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.